Welcome to Euractiv's EU Tweets of the Week. Trump protesters take to the streets, Nigel Farage must explain his receipts, and commissioners mull MEP seats. This episode is supported by Cosmetics Europe. Find out more about their event at the end. On Monday, the US President Donald Trump, no, I will never get comfortable saying it, arrived in the UK for a state visit. And as usual, it seemed that Trump had difficulty distinguishing large numbers from small ones, as he claimed there were tremendous crowds of well-wishers. As Chris McNecky pointed out, yeah, right. All those crowd barriers for nobody at all must remind him of his inauguration, said Laura Wilson. But never fear, he won't feel lonely, because he's brought his entire family of adult children and in-laws with him. And don't they look a picture? A bit as though the Von Trapp kids grew up and sided with the Nazis, tweeted Ben Wexler. Luckily, the protests were much more impressive. The Trump baby blimp took to the skies once more. Another highlight was a 16-foot robot Trump sitting on a golden toilet while tweeting. American Don Lessem spent $25,000 of his own money to build it, and the wonderful Led by Donkeys guerrilla campaigners supplemented their usual billboards by turning Madame Tussauds into a giant USS John McCain baseball cap. But wait! There was a huge security issue as Larry, the Downing Street cat, sheltered under Donald Trump's limo and refused to move, reported Bill Neely from NBC News. But what do you expect him to do? Sit out in the rain? Asked everyone's favourite feline. After the UK, Mr. Trump took his roadshow to Ireland, where he suggested the Republic of Ireland was in the UK and that they're planning to build a wall along the border with Northern Ireland. Even Larry the cat despairs. Another world-class agitator in the spotlight again this week was Nigel Farage, but not for the reasons he might like, after the European Parliament's Advisory Committee on the Conduct of Members decided to summon him to Brussels to explain himself over £450,000 of allegedly undeclared gifts from British businessman Aaron Banks, or face being banned from Parliament. As Jonathan Spink pointed out, it's not the first time Farage has been in hot water over European Parliament expenses. Farage was angry about what he called a kangaroo court, where I am given 24 hours notice about allegations picked up from press stories I will not be attending at such short notice, reported James Crisp. Labour MEP Richard Corbett was sceptical. Now, why did he want to keep this massive financial support from banks a secret? He mused. Finally, staying with the European Parliament, Brussels' very own Game of Thrones continues apace as seats are taken up and in some cases turned down. Bulgaria's Commissioner Maria Gabriel has declined her MEP seat and will take the risk of staying on as Commissioner until November. 4 other commissioners with the same choice are Estonia's Andrus Ansip, Romania's Corina Crețu, Latvian Vladis Dombrovskis, and the Flying Dutchman Frans Timmermans. As Alex Pigman pointed out, they can't do both. Meanwhile, Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker urged member states not to send short-term replacements for any of the commissioners who do take up European Parliament seats, insisting there's not enough work for 28 commissioners anyway. While Ryan Heath reported that there'll likely be around 450 completely new MEPs in the next Parliament. That's a 60% turnover. This week, we are supported by Cosmetics Europe. Check out information about their annual conference, which kicks off next week, by following the hashtag CEAC2019. And that's it for another week. Join me again next Friday for more thrills and spills in the Brussels bubble Twittersphere.